Hi everyone and welcome to Jack and Cat Adventures. Today we're going to be making a key lime pound cake. I have key lime juice left from when we went on our vacation in Florida, so I wanted to kind of use it up. So in a bowl you're going to need 1 cup of butter and 1/2 cup of Crisco. I'm using butter flavored Crisco. You're going to mix this until it's creamy. In the meantime, have your oven preheating to 325. So I'm going to cream this. While this is creaming, we can get our dry ingredients together, okay? So in another bowl, you're going to need 3 cups of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. You're just going to mix that and set it to the side. In your measuring cup, you're going to need 1 cup of milk. I'm using whole milk. I find it's much better for this. 6 eggs. And then we're going to need 3 cups of sugar we're going to add to that. But I'm just going to let this get creamy for a second and then we'll get back to you. Alright, once this gets creamy, you're going to add 3 cups of sugar. You're just going to add it gradually. Just a little bit at a time. And once you add all of this, we're going to turn this up to medium and I'm going to beat it till it's really light and fluffy. While you're creaming this, make sure you scrape down the sides of your bowl and the bottom of your bowl. And do not, and I mean do not, skimp on getting this light and fluffy. This is what's going to make your cake really tender and delicious. If you skip on this, it comes out like a rock. So I'm going to let mine go a little bit longer. I want to just make sure it's right, and then I'll come back. Now once this is light and fluffy, I'm going to add my eggs, 6 eggs, one at a time, and incorporating it just until it's mixed in. We don't want to overbeat this cake. We want it really fluffy. So I'm going to add 1 egg at a time. Oh, 2 on that one. But just make sure it's incorporated really well. Start out slow so it doesn't go all over. And do this until your eggs are all in. Make sure you're scraping your bowl. While my mixture was creaming, I greased and floured my cake pan. Now, I use Crisco and regular flour on my cakes. I find that they release all the time. I'm probably jinxing myself. But I bought a new cake pan, so we're going to try that out today. And I got every crevice. You have to make sure once you get your, once you get your Crisco put in, put your flour in, knock it around a little bit, hit it on the inside of your sink to get all the loose flour out, and you'll see places where it didn't stick. Put more Crisco and flour, and just keep doing that till you see no places without flour, okay? I'm going to finish putting my eggs in here. Now, if you have like a regular bundt cake that you're going to do this in, you could probably just spray it with, I think it's called Baker's Joy. I have never done it before. Always on these types of cakes, I always Crisco and flour. I just feel safer that it hits every place. And it seems like the flour really helps release that cake. And I find sometimes with the Baker's Joy, the flour is kind of like too wet. But go ahead and try what you want. You can only try. I'm going to scrape my sides, bottom. Once you get all your ingredients together, this cake comes together really quickly, so don't be intimidated. And also, if you're not a big baker, just go ahead and try it. You can always throw it away and start over. I know it's expensive with the price of butter and stuff, but the only way you're going to learn is to do it. Alright, so now, let me see what we're going to do now. Okay, so now we're going to do our flour and milk. You're going to start with flour and end with flour, okay? So just put a little bit in at a time. Let that mix just until it's mixed in. A little bit of milk. Whoop. A little bit more flour.
And she's launching it all over the kitchen.
Yep, always. Okay. Scrape my bowl. You just do not want to overmix this, so as soon as it's mixed in, go on to the next either flour or milk. Okay, now I'm going to add my milk. Remember, save some flour so you can end with flour. Alright, once your flour's mixed in, you're going to add a 1/4 cup of key lime juice. Now, if you don't have key limes, you can use regular limes. I use regular limes for the zest because we couldn't find key lime, but you can order this online too, and it's fantastic. You need a teaspoon of lime zest and a teaspoon of vanilla, and you're just going to mix this until it's incorporated by hand. I'm just kind of going from the bottom to the top, kind of folding it in more than stirring it. And just make sure you get all that zest throughout the cakes, that way it's not in one big clump. This smells amazing. I don't like sweet cakes, and I find that pound cakes are just the perfect sweetness for me. Okay, this looks pretty good. Now I'm going to get my pan. And like I said, I only have a 9.5. It calls for a 10-inch. So I have a small bundt pan over there, like a baby bundt. I might try and bake one of those too. We'll see. I'm not sure how this will hold. So just pour it into your prepared pan.
I'm going to move this out of the way here.
And I'm going to fill it pretty full.
And I'm going to put this here for you to bounce it on to get your
Air bubbles out.
air bubbles out and get the cake batter set.
Actually, I think this was just the perfect size. I may have overfilled it a little bit.
Hey, poofy cake is fine with me.
Well, I want to be able to get it out of the pan.
Oh,
And I don't want it stuck to the top ridge. I'll take a couple of spoonfuls out. I'll make a small one.
alright.
Yeah. I'm going to take just one more spoonful out because I want that to be down below the ledge, the top ledge. Okay. I think what I'll do on that little bundt cake is I will spray it with a baker's jar and we'll see how it works. Alright, so I ended up with 5 of the mini buns, and all I'm doing is knocking the air bubbles out of this. Make sure you knock the air bubbles out. I can see them coming to the top. See, one just broke. There's one right there. Okay, now we're going to put this in our oven for 1 hour and 15 minutes or until toothpick comes out clean. Alright, while your cakes are baking, you're going to put your glaze together. It's 1 cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of key lime juice, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And you're just going to whisk it together. And then you're going to bring your cakes out. You're going to let them sit in the pan for 10 minutes. Then you're going to take them out of the pan, and as soon as you take them out of the pan, you're going to brush this glaze all over your cake. Now, my cake took exactly 1 hour and 20 minutes. But make sure you check it. Now, on the little buns, they don't take that long. I can't tell you how long they take because I kind of overdid mine. So, I would start checking them in 20 to 25 minutes, I would say.
I don't think they're overdone. I
Nope.
think they're delicious.
Yeah, Jax keeps eating them. So it must be good because he doesn't really do desserts. Alright, so now make sure you get the sides and everything. And then we're going to let this cool completely.
Don't miss any spots with that.
Okay, I doubled my, that was for a single recipe. I did double mine because I had the extra little cakes, and I'm glad I did because I think I need it for this one. This cake came out perfectly out of that cake pan. I was a little concerned because it's got a lot of crevices on it, but it was amazing.
Lots of nooks and crannies in that pan, but it came out really nice. I think it came out easier than the regular bun pan.
Yeah. Does it look like I got all that side there?
Yep.
Alright, so now we're just going to let this cool, and then we'll cut it after it's cool. Alright, so here's our finished cake, nice and cool. The frosting looks amazing on it. Jack says they are to die for. He really likes this
They're
cake.
amazing. I can't wait till we're done filming so I can get into the little rosettes.
Okay, so please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, you do you.
Thank you.